Great tie. New series of Pach-Attacks starting now. From Twitter, from @MikeZilla. Would it be to Sony and Microsoft's advantage to support PS3 360 for a long time, or cut it soon in favor of PS4 or Xbox One? They think it's to their advantage to support PS3 and Xbox 360 for a long time. They certainly intend to do so. The publishers have to, because you can't release, FIFA or Call of Duty this year as an Xbox One and PS4 exclusive. You would just not sell any copies, so they have to put it on both consoles. I think pretty much every game that comes out is going to be on a current gen console and a next gen console for the next couple of years that comes out for next gen. There will be very few next gen exclusives except made by first parties. I actually don't even know about Halo 5 or whatever it's called. I think that is 360 and next gen. I'm not positive. But Titanfall, for example, which is an Xbox exclusive, is Xbox One and 360. So nobody's going to overlook that giant installed base. And I think the signal you have for how long they're going to support PS3 and Xbox 360 is the pricing on those consoles. Until they come down to $100, the console manufacturers aren't even close to being done making them. They're at $200 is the best price you can get for a PS3 or an Xbox 360 now. The ones with hard drives are still $250 and $300. I think those come down relatively, in the near term, relatively soon. Probably, the PS3 will be cut to $199 after Christmas, and the Xbox 360 I think might get down that low as well. But you've probably got another 3 years of support for those things, so I really wouldn't worry about it. It's in their best interest to sell as many games as possible, regardless of format, and I think they're fine selling Xbox 360 games for a long time and fewer Xbox One games. They just want the sum to be better. I think your question, though, the answer is analogous to, would it be better for a movie studio never to release a DVD, like only keep it in the theater and keep it in the theater for 6 months instead of for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and never put it on TV and never have it on pay-per-view or VOD or HBO or whatever, or Netflix? And obviously they made up their minds a long time ago. It's good to segment and milk the content as long as possible. That's really what the video game guys are doing. They're going to milk the PS3 and the Xbox 360 as long as they can. When they don't think they're going to make any more money on it, they'll stop supporting it. From RJC Foxtrot. Hey Pac, last time we saw Activision stock this high was in 2008. I wanted to know if we're likely to see it rise further, since it's currently listed as undervalued, and if there are any similarities in the current situation to what we had in 2008 for Activision. I don't know what you mean by since it's currently listed as undervalued. By whom? Just curious. I have a $22 price target, I think. I should probably look that up. I should get this accurate since we're doing like a... I should know what my price target is. I have a $22 price target. Nice. All right, so I have a $22 price target, and the stock's at $17.24, so that constitutes undervalued, but you didn't say I said it. Look, in 2008, they merged with Blizzard. Blizzard was on its way to 12 million subscribers for World of Warcraft. Call of Duty was on its way to setting records every year. Skylanders hadn't been born yet. They still had Spider-Man, and they still had Tony Hawk, for Christ's sake, back in 2008. So it's not the same company. Now you got Call of Duty, probably a solid franchise, maybe not, we don't know. Under attack from Battlefield. You got Skylanders, which has been growing every year, but could be under attack from, where did Jack Skellington go? Shit. I know, he's black and white, he doesn't look good. Currently under attack by Disney Infinity. Oh yeah, I didn't know what it's called, I was just kidding. Under attack by Disney Infinity. You got World of Warcraft with something like 7 million subscribers, so declining dramatically from the 12 million peak. So no, it's not the same. So why is it even trading this high? Well, first of all, the market's at all-time highs. Second, Activision has managed to make more money every single year since 2008. So they're making a lot more, which means the stock should be worth more. And then third, they have Destiny coming out. Destiny's gonna be freaking great. Come on, you're buying it, I'm buying it. I want to play it. Those guys are really good, by the way, those bunch of guys. So, you know, it's not the same situation. It's a different situation. You have a significant stake in the shares in the hands of the senior executives. Bobby Kotick, Brian Kelly took, you know, $100 million of their own money and bought stock. That shows a lot of commitment. The share count has shrunk dramatically since they got Vivendi out. So they've gone from 1.1 billion to 750 million shares. It's a completely different company, and that's all I can spend. That's all the time I can tell you right now. If you want to know more about Activision, open an account at Wedbush and you can read my research. And we'll give it to you for free if you have an account here. You don't have to trade stocks, just open an account and you have access to my research. That's Wedbush Securities. www.wedbush.com. For real. From the forums, we have a question from Elbs1. What are your thoughts on the retirement of Steve Ballmer and its implications for Xbox and Microsoft as a whole? I have no freaking clue. I don't know what he does at Microsoft. I don't know who's replacing him. I don't know if it's going to change or not. My guess is that it won't change, but what if they hire a guy who hates hardware and wants to be out of the hardware business? I don't know. So why don't you ask that question after they replace him and we'll see if we have an opinion. As far as Microsoft as a whole, I have no idea. I don't know how many copies of Office they sell. I don't care. Don't cover them. Don't intend to cover them. So go on to the Yahoo Finance page and see if you can figure it out and then get back to me. All right, fellow babies, thanks for joining us once again on this week's edition of Pach-Attack. If you have a question for me, you can submit it to the link below. If you'd like to ask me a question on Twitter, send it to @MichaelPachter, copy @GameTrailers, and apply the hashtag AskPac, and we will answer every question we can get to. I will send you a direct message and answer your question directly if you follow me on Twitter @MichaelPachter. Thanks very much for joining us. I made a mistake on Twitter, fellow babies. I'm sorry. I forgot to tweet the Pach-Attack one week, so the next week I said, here are the last 2 Pach-Attacks, and I had people saying, gosh, I'm sorry, it's over. So letting you know, it's not over. We're doing it again. You're with us. It's happening now. Welcome to the Pach-Attack. My last 2 Pach-Attacks. And I'm like, fuck, you say the last 2 Pach-Attacks, and they ding you. You have to say, here are the past 2. Here are the most recent 2. Fuck. Shit. That's like being the last guy in line. You are until somebody else shows up. Then you're not anymore.